Welcome back. We're taking your calls. Hopalang from Bloemfontein. Good evening. Hello, Hopalang from Bloemfontein. Good evening. Yes.
Good. You know, what I would like to understand is that lately what I realized is that radio shows are now being broadcast via Facebook, Twitter, and other various platforms of social media. Is this movement not going to kill the element of radio being the theater of the mind? When we see now shows being broadcast whereby you can see the presenters live and follow everything live. And at what point do we decide what goes to Facebook? Sometimes other things are really tedious or boring, so the presenter for 3 hours on the screen. Why not at least certain highlight interviews only? So I just want to know what the gentleman thinks there of radio shows being broadcast live on Facebook as well as other social media platforms.
Thank you, Hopalang. The invasiveness of social media killing the mystery and the magic on...
Yeah. You know, some years ago, the BBC did a survey, and one of the questions they asked is, what do you prefer, radio or television? And they asked an 8-year-old girl, and she said, I prefer radio, because the pictures are better.
Wow.
And it has taken away the mystique. As I said when we started, is radio happens in the image-forming center of the brain, the imagination. Television, Marshall McLuhan, a great media philosopher, described radio as a hot medium, television as a cool medium, that you use less brain power watching television than you do reading a comic book. And so if I like this concept, I'm going to use that. You'll earn your links. If you know that your show is going to be critiqued by someone who's an expert at their craft.
Immediately after the show?
Immediately after the show, or even once a week. Because all stations run snoop tapes. They're recording everything that goes on air all the time. If you know that you're going to be critiqued by someone you respect because they know what they're talking about, you're going to put a lot of effort into that. I went through that.
Let's break away to speak to Cornelius from the land of the rising sun, Nelspruit. Cornelius, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Awesome. Let's bring the magic back on radio. What's your comment?
Yes, Members. We actually lost the passion and also the interest of listening to radio. Most of the radio presenters these days, they don't prepare enough for their show. To host an afternoon drive for a particular radio station, people just go to studio 30 minutes before the show starts, and then they just brainstorm a few ideas. After that, you could really feel and hear that this show was not properly prepared. Now, there's this guy that I enjoy to listen to. He's working for Kola FM. The guy actually built himself up from a community radio station to a provincial radio station. He does his thing. He prepares for a show. He's very committed. Whenever you're listening to his show, he was once offered a managerial position in a radio station, but he refused because he took himself as a radio man. He said, as much as I have a talent on behind the mic, I might not have a leadership skill, and of which the guy is doing very well.
That's from Nelspruit. All right, that's Cornelius from Nelspruit. Now, there's a concept of promoting somebody to their level of
incompetence.
Exactly.
The Peter Principle.
Exactly. Just because you're a celeb in one field, can it translate? I have no gripes with celebrities per se. I have no gripe if you're a celebrity and you can translate onto radio. But I have a problem if you're a celebrity and you're parachuted into the medium that you have no business being in. I mean, somebody could argue that I want to try out TV. Am I being parachuted? If I have what it takes, I have what it takes. If I don't have what it takes, get out of the way. Now, the buck stops at management, but management in turn will say the buck stops at the guys who say, bring in the bucks. I don't care how you do it, I want numbers. So the celebs are being parachuted. How do we help the program manager? How can a listener say, you know what, I will vote with my ears and tune into something that's interesting? More interesting, should I say?
Well, the locus of power is firmly with the listener or the viewer. And they vote with their fingers.
Yep.
They vote with a dial. So you have program managers who are in awe of celebrities, and they're insecure. So where they can, they will employ people from whom they don't want commitment, they want compliance.
Oh, so as long as they surround themselves with yes men and yes women.
Correct.
Stan Katz, unfortunately, that's pretty much all the time we have.
Can I give advice to radio personalities?
Yes, please.
4 points.
In 10 seconds.
Always volunteer. Don't take no for an answer.
Yep.
Don't expect it to work.
Yep.
And don't expect thanks.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Pure, simple. Wow, amazing. That's it for this edition of Let's Have It Out. Keep the conversation going on social media. You can use the hashtag LHIO. I'm Makhosi Khoza. Thanks for watching and good night.